August 8th, 2014, 2:17 a.m. Las Vegas, Nevada. A woman is sleeping in her home. Her ex-boyfriend, a professional cage fighter, breaks through the door. What happens next is a 2-hour nightmare. 18 broken bones. Missing teeth, ruptured liver. She almost dies. The attacker, a UFC veteran trained to break human bodies. His sentence? Life in prison.
Keep him walking, let's go.
Yes, sir.
This is a setup, man.
Watch your head.
Arrived unannounced at my home in Las Vegas, Nevada. After he broke up with me in May, he moved out of my house and back to San Diego. When he arrived, he found myself and one other fully clothed and unarmed in the
We
house.
investigate 5 MMA fighters who lost control and destroyed everything. A champion who became a vigilante, a fighter who pulled off a $92 million heist, and the biggest star in MMA history who couldn't stop attacking people. This is Dark Expertise, where we expose the dark side of every profession. In the cage, they're heroes. Outside, some become monsters. Let's begin. Mixed martial arts, the fastest growing sport in the world, millions of fans, billions in revenue, but behind the glory lies a dark reality. Fighters are trained weapons, years of discipline, thousands of hours perfecting techniques designed for one purpose, to break the human body. What happens when MMA fighters lose control? Here, you will see how these 5 MMA fighters lost control and shattered lives. A champion who set out for revenge, a fighter behind a $92 million heist, and the biggest star in history with unstoppable rage. For part 2, let us know in the comments who you want to see next. The average MMA fighter has 10 to 15 years of training. Their punch force exceeds 1,200 PSI. They can choke someone unconscious in 8 seconds. They know over 100 ways to break bones. They're trained to fight until their opponent cannot continue. In the cage, there are rules, weight classes, referees, medical staff, regulations designed to protect fighters. But outside the cage, no rules, no referee, no protection. When these fighters lose control, whether from rage, ego, or greed, the results can be catastrophic. Our first case is the most brutal assault in MMA history, and it starts with a man who called himself War Machine. John Koppenhaver, known as War Machine, was a...
Stands up. Now he's returning the favor. He's got J-Rock on his back.
John Copenhaver received the...
At around 2 a.m. Friday morning, John Copenhaver arrived unannounced at my home in Las Vegas, Nevada. After he broke up with me in May, he moved out of my house and back to San Diego. When he
His
arrived,
MMA
he
career
found
was
myself
cut
and one
short by
other
his
fully
criminal
clothed
actions,
and unarmed in the
leaving
house.
behind a legacy of
Without a
lost
single word
potential.
spoken, he began
These
beating my
5 cases
friend.
reveal the
Once
dark
he was
side of
finished,
MMA.
he sent my friend
When skill
away
turns to
and
violence
turned
and
his
discipline
attention
is
to me.
lost.
He made me undress and shower in
The
front of
cage
him.
protects fighters,
and
but
then
outside it, consequences can be devastating. This is
dragged me
Dark
out and beat my
Expertise.
face.
Thank you for
I have
watching.
no
Subscribe for
recollection of
more
how
real
many times
stories
I
of
was hit. I
professionals
just
who
know my
crossed the line.
injuries that resulted from my beating. My injuries include 18 broken bones around my eyes. My nose is broken in 2 places. I am missing teeth and several more are broken. I am unable to chew or see out of my left eye. My speech is slurred from my swelling and lack of teeth. I have a fractured rib and severely ruptured liver from kick to my side. My leg is so badly injured I have not been able to walk on my own. I also sustained
UFC veteran with a record of 14 wins and 5 losses. Born in California, he was a natural fighter with aggressive ground and pound style. But outside the cage, his violence spiraled out of control. In 2014, after a turbulent relationship, Koppenhaver broke into his ex-girlfriend Christy Mack's home in Las Vegas. What followed was a horrific 2-hour assault that left her with 18 broken bones, missing teeth, a ruptured liver, and life-threatening injuries. Corey Thomas, a friend present during the attack, was also severely beaten, but managed to escape and call for help. The attack sparked a nationwide manhunt. Koppenhaver was arrested 8 days later and sentenced to life in prison. Next, we look at Conor McGregor, the biggest star in MMA history. Known for his charisma and knockout.
Shut your fucking mouth, you'll do nothing. You'll do fucking nothing. Not one of you will do nothing. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Power, McGregor's career is also marked by multiple incidents outside the cage. In 2017, at Bellator 187 in Dublin, McGregor jumped into the cage and shoved referee Mark Goddard after his teammate was stopped prematurely. This assault on an official shocked the MMA world. McGregor's aggression didn't stop there. In 2018, he attacked a bus full of fighters in Brooklyn, injuring several. In 2019, he punched an older man in a pub and was arrested for smashing a fan's phone. Despite these incidents, McGregor remains a top draw in MMA, but His legacy is forever tainted by his inability to control his temper outside the cage. Our third case is Cain Velasquez, former UFC heavyweight champion. Known for his relentless pace in wrestling, Velasquez's career was overshadowed by a violent incident in 2022. After learning that Harry Goulart, accused of molesting a relative, was released on bail, Velasquez pursued Goulart's vehicle on a public highway and fired multiple shots. Unfortunately, he missed his target and hit Goulart's stepfather instead. Velasquez was arrested and faces serious charges. The MMA community remains divided over his actions, torn between seeing him as a protective family man or a dangerous vigilante. Rousimar Palhares, our fourth case, was a feared submission specialist infamous for refusing to release holds after opponents tapped. His dangerous behavior led to serious injuries for fighters like Mike Pierce and Jake Shields. Palhares was banned from multiple organizations for his repeated violations, including gouging an opponent's eyes during a fight. His career ended in disgrace, a cautionary tale about the importance of respect and control in combat sports. Finally, Lee Murray, a former UFC fighter turned criminal mastermind, orchestrated the largest cash robbery in UK history. In 2006, Murray and his crew kidnapped the manager and family of the Securitas depot in Kent, stealing over £53 million. Murray fled to Morocco, where he was arrested and sentenced to 25 years in prison.